not talking. I'm getting food.
So
Right, I don't know
this
what.
is section.
I love the egg and mac and cheese.
Hey guys, it's your girl Chef Joya and welcome back to my channel. Say what? It's vegan. Today I am redoing one of my most popular videos and that is my vegan ribs. My vegan ribs go all the way down. If you think I have 11 mac and cheese recipes, I got about the same amount of ribs recipe. But this time we're going to make a red wine and tomato sauce for it. And if you like, Chef, I don't want to cook with any wine, even though it cooks all the way out, you can definitely top this with some barbecue sauce. So let's go ahead and get into this extra mushroom meaty short rib. Don't only subscribe, make sure you turn on those notifications so you'll be first to get the new recipes because we all know that they are more than amazing. So let's go.
All right, guys, let's get into this recipe. We're going to start off by adding some olive oil to the pan and some onions. Then I'll add in my celery, carrots, and bell pepper. Next, I'll add in some garlic. And we're going to give that a nice mix. Now, you know your girl do not formally measure, but I'll make sure I get the measurements as close as possible. Next, I add in my vegan butter and some brown sugar. And you see that? Yes, you are seeing that correctly. My Just Magic seasoning, which will be available for order. All the links will be down in the description box. Then I'll go ahead and add in a little bit of vegan beef bouillon and some tomato paste. Now I'm going to make sure I stir that until the tomato paste is nice and blended in. And then I'll add in my onion soup mix. And next we're going to add in some red wine. Now the alcohol in the wine will cook out, so do not worry about that. Then we're going to add in some bay leaves and some vegetable stock. I'm going to bring that up to a boil, add in my vegan Worcestershire sauce and some Tabasco sauce and just a little bit more seasoning. I'll add in some garlic powder and then I'm going to cover that and simmer for about an hour. Next, we're going to go ahead and work on our vegan ribs. I heated up some oil and I'm going to go ahead and shred my king trumpet mushrooms. Now you want about this consistency right here, and it's best to do this with a fork. You can split it in half and cut it. You can even roast it before you do this part, but I absolutely prefer doing it just like that. It's just so much easier. And I use the end caps too, so I know people toss away the end caps and make it into stock. Baby, all that go into these mushrooms because we want this super meaty, and I use a lot. So those was 4 huge pieces for a 20-ounce bag of Vital Wheat gluten flour that we're going to use. Next, I went ahead and added in some more diced onions, and I was 1 whole large yellow onion, and I added in my trumpet mushrooms and that red house seasoning. Guys, I'm so excited for my seasoning to be back in stock because, baby, they are amazing. Next, we're going to go ahead and press that down and add in our vegan pork bouillon, some burnt brown sugar, which is actually a browning seasoning that you can find at your Caribbean markets or local Asian markets. And we're going to add in some more of that red house seasoning. Next, I'm going to take a bowl of warm water and some rice paper. That's about 6 to 7 sheets of rice paper. I'm going to break that up and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with that next. We're going to go ahead and take another bowl to add in our Vital Wheat gluten flour. I did find this at Whole Foods, and then you can also get it on Amazon. I'll put a link below. I'm going to add some onion soup mix and our red house seasoning. Next, we're going to go ahead and add in some brown sugar. Next, we add in more vegan pork bouillon and give that a nice stir because we want to make sure all our dry ingredients is mixed in very well. Next, I'm going to add in some smoked paprika. Then I'm going to take my mushrooms and onions and all the juice that comes along with it. You see that? And we're going to make sure that we fold this in there. I like to get up in here with my hands. Eventually, I'm going to go ahead and take some peanut butter. That's about 3 to 4 tablespoons of peanut butter. And baby, when I tell you, this is a necessity. Now, if you have a peanut allergy, I know some people use sunflower butter. I've heard of using tahini. I'm not quite sure about that, so I can't give that a go, but I know people do it. Now, this is my rice paper right here. I am breaking that up, and I'm going to be adding that in a little bit at a time. That is going to be like the gristle in the meat. You know, when you ate ribs, you got that tough chewiness. Yes, your girl is making that fat, that gristle, and all that because we want this to be as realistic as possible. So I'm going to mix that all the way together, and I did that for about 7 to 8 minutes. Then I'm going to add in my liquid smoke, Next, I'll add in some ketchup, a little bit of vegan Worcestershire sauce, and your girl is mixing again. Now you want to go ahead and take a parchment paper and spray it with some Pam or any other nonstick spray, and you want to go ahead and work that out. Now this is a huge cookie sheet. I almost want to say it's like a 18 by 26. It may be a little bit smaller, but typically the normal person at home will need to probably do this on 2 baking sheets. You want to make sure you get that nice and evenly spread around, and you want it to about an inch and a half thick, and you're going to put this in the oven on 350 degrees for about 20 to 25 minutes. Now, because I am making a tomato braised sauce, I did not add sauce to the bottom. When I do my barbecue recipe, I do put the barbecue sauce on the bottom, but for this, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the oven and I bake it, and then I'm going to cut this in about the size of what you see a short rib to be. So I go 3 across and about 10 vertically. Now you see the texture of that. That's why we use so much mushroom, because when you cut into this, you want it to shred and pull apart just like it's meat. Now when you're going to put this in your pan, you want to make sure you do this in layers. So you're going to do a layer of your ribs, then you're going to go ahead and take a layer of that sauce, and then you're going to do a layer of your ribs again, and the layer of your sauce, because you want that to soak in for at least 10 minutes before actually serving the ribs. Now, if you came to this video looking for my barbecue ribs recipe, I'll make sure I put that in the description link below. But I also have a written recipe in my cookbook from my ancestors table, which has my jerk barbecue ribs. And that is my cookbook with African and Caribbean food. Everything I made for Sunday dinner is right here. I made green beans and potatoes, baked mac and cheese, my braised ribs, dirty baked beans, grandma's potato salad, and my honey butter cornbread. And that is my new vegan shrimp. Let me know if you want that full recipe in the comments below. Now I have my friends over here for Sunday dinner, and they are waiting to get a taste. Now my sound did distort and drop, but baby, do you see Stone back there? He went and got into the pot before we could even taste it all together. And by the looks on his face, you know he absolutely loved it. Mind you, he just came and got a ribs plate for me on Monday, my barbecue ribs. And this was the first time any of them has tried my new braised short rib recipe. So let's get into what they thought.
Somebody that's not even a vegan would think this was real meat.
Yeah. It's the texture.
If you didn't know,
it's the
I'm like,
texture.
oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's why I wanted to put like a lot of mushroom in it. So
It's
I
the
shredded a
texture,
large
though.
amount of mushrooms in it.
That shit is good.
You like it?
That's it.
Like,
You really, you
I ain't
can't tell. You can't tell.
Oh shit. You really want to know? Like you would not
How
know.
could you know? How would you know?
how would they ever know?
How would they know?
Now I
Like-
want to try a piece.
Now,
No, yeah, go ahead.
Now try a piece.
Parts are super tender, parts are super
No,
chewy.
seriously.
Like, you got all the textures.
I just say piece of yours.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, let me try it.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at the look. Look. That's me.
Who dare interrupt our taste test?
That was a perfect piece.
Look at that.
That was the perfect piece.
Right?
That was the.
Right there.
You did that.
Cause wait a minute.
That's amazing.
That was the perfect.
That is amazing.
Hey.
And I cannot wait for you all to try this recipe out.
Yo,
Like, subscribe to my channel, say what is vegan.
don't
And what else you gotta say?
If you got,
And look at her.
I'm sorry. If you guys truth honest moment,
No,
y'all,
seriously.
and I'm not
Like,
hyping
no,
I'm
no.
not hyping it up because Joya's
No.
my friend. If you don't do this as
Yeah.
soon as possible, you're absolutely absurd. You have to try this. If you really want to
That's good.
experience the good, like
That's
a good
good.
rib, if you haven't had like a meaty
That's
texture,
good.
that right there gives me everything I need.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And I'll see you next time on Say What is Vegan. Ciao.